All right, let's get right into the memes. A little spicy Hasan take. Cringe alert incoming.
Like, he was so close.
Speaking about Melenchon.
And of course, once again, as always, there was like a bunch of spoiler parties that are supposedly leftist, but of course, no coalition could be formed amongst these supposedly leftist parties that also ran against him. And literally, like, even one of those spoiler leftist parties, even if they full blown pushed Melenchon, they could have absolutely clapped Marie Le Pen's ass cheeks. And here's the reality: when that happens,
okay, to his credit, I love that he said "ass cheeks" with a French accent. That was really fucking cute.
When that happens, okay, leftist infighting is not a meme. Okay, this is not a meme. This is not leftist infighting. This is deliberately organized spoiler parties to effectively remove any kind of like semblance of a social democratic left from power. Okay, that's it. That is straight up what this is. It's not because leftists like infight. Oh, this is just like bread to Pog. Like, he was so.
Show me you don't understand a multi-party system without saying you don't understand a multi-party system. Like, how the fuck can you look at a multi-party system and be like, oh, all those other parties, they're spoiler parties. They are a CIA. They are a DGD's psyop conspiracy to sabotage the SOCDEMs. Like, no, they have different programs, they have different beliefs, they have different politics and different politicians, and they don't agree with each other, which is a problem. You can't criticize the fact that the French left can't fucking unite, and that if they did unite, you would actually have a real left candidate in the runoff, and that would be pretty fucking pog. At least for me as a leftist, I would consider that pretty fucking pog. But it's not a fucking conspiracy. Those people believe in what they're fucking doing. The only moment where this was a credible argument was in 2017, and it was only credible for one party, and it's still a conspiracy theory. It's still a conspiracy theory, but at least the context kind of works. When Macron left the Socialist Party and dragged like the whole fucking political core, centrist core of the Socialist Party with him to form his new party, the Socialist Party did end up being a foil that prevented Mélenchon from passing into the second turn. 2017, Mélenchon was way closer to passing. Not only that, but also in 2017, and I have the... let me pull up the research I did. Mélenchon runoff before the second round was 53-47. Mélenchon had all the chances in the world of winning in 2017. It would have been totally possible. But the Socialist Party ran, even though they had pathetic scores, even though they lost most of their core politicians to Macron's LREM, which I agree. They should have disbanded, honestly. The Socialist Party should have disbanded in 2017. In fact, you can still argue, you can still understand why they still ran. I can respect that as well. They should have disbanded after, or like the fact that they're still running. They had like 2%. The fact that they're still running is pathetic. They're irrelevant to French politics. But it's okay. Plenty of other parties are irrelevant as well. They want to do it. It's part of what makes France a democracy. Anyone can create a party. Anyone who can collect the votes from the mayors can present themselves to the election. And from then on, it doesn't matter how much you score. As long as you collect the mayoral votes, that's the only gatekeeping preventing you from running as president. Go ahead, do whatever the fuck you want. One thing that certainly is bullshit in what Hasan was saying, the Socialist Party, by the Socialist Party having the 2%, it doesn't matter that it ran or not as far as Mélenchon's success goes. But you're going to tell me, oh, those like 2% from here, 2% from there, that would have been enough to push Mélenchon ahead of Marine Le Pen for the runoff, which is technically true. However, in French politics, endorsements do not work 100%. It's just not how it works in French politics right now. That doesn't mean that they're worthless. Endorsements are extremely important and extremely valuable, and we're seeing that right now when it comes to blocking Marine Le Pen from the presidency, and when it was going to be a very, very close fight between her and Macron. People are still going to vote for who they want to vote. The clearest example is Melenchon calling. He officially called for his voters, do not vote Marine Le Pen. He has not officially endorsed Macron, which is kind of fucking pathetic. He has called for his voters, do not vote Marine Le Pen. At least that he has done. And what do the polls say? Like 25% approximately of his voters want to vote Marine Le Pen still. They're that like reactionary against Macron that they'd rather be like, fuck it, we're gonna vote Marine Le Pen. Just to say, voting directives from the party, from the leadership, don't even mean as much as Hasan seems to be implying they mean. However, in 2017, I genuinely believe Melenchon could have won. In 2022, that's a much harder sell. Melenchon has lost a lot of popularity, something that Hasan is lacking critical information when he's making his analysis here. And I don't blame her for lacking the critical information. No one fucking cares about French politics outside of France. It's not like world entertainment the same way US politics are. But he still decided to shit on them with like a big fat opinion. So I do actually expect him to have looked into it a little bit. Melenchon, the only reason it was this close was because the left endorsed him. The left actually called for votes for Melenchon to push Marine Le Pen out of the running. It was a concerted effort. It was too little too late. It came way too late. It's something that should have been called for a week, 2 weeks ago, at the very least, before the actual election, and then I think it would have been more effective. A lot of people still don't like Melenchon, and even the people who did vote for Melenchon, his score jumped from like 17% to almost 21%. Those hundreds of thousands of voters are not people who wanted to vote Melenchon. They disagree with key points of his program, and they still voted for him. And that was not enough. A stronger endorsement, an earlier endorsement would have worked. But why am I saying this? Because in the second round, those people would have voted Macron. Those people don't want Melenchon. Those people are afraid of Melenchon being anti-NATO. Those people are afraid of Melenchon's megalomaniacal declarations, such as "C'est moi la République," I am the Republic. I need to play you that clip. It's hilarious. Non, mais c'est hors contexte. Je sais. Yeah, it is out of context. But it has fucked with the public perception of his with his public image. I am the Republic. So to be fair, there is a context to this, which is that they were preventing him from accessing his office because he is a public representative. He's a member of the parliament, and he was being blocked from access to his office. And so he's saying that as in I am the Republic, as in you don't attack an institution. Yes, as in you cannot stop me from having access to my institutional office. I am the institution that you're blocking. And it was taken out of context, and it was weaponized against him. But that doesn't mean it was ordered as a SMIR action against him. I'm not sure what that means. But the reality is that it was weaponized against him. It was part of an ongoing campaign that has a smear. Oh yeah, smear. Yes. That has been destroying his image ever since 2017. You're stopping me from entering into my office. Who ordered you to do this? This is Melenchon. I am a parliamentary. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You're the one touching me. I'm telling you, you're not. You have no rights to stop me from entering my office. We are not outlaws or bandits. Go outside, do your police job.
La République, c'est moi.
The Republic is me. There you go. That's the quote. Why does he need to get in so bad that he's getting in his face? It's his fucking office. I understand why he's mad. Like, imagine the fucking outcry. Imagine the fucking outcry in like the U.S. Congress if like police were blocking AOC from entering her office, or like Ted Cruz from entering his office. The discourse would be super vitriolic over it, and for good reason. It's like you need a very good reason to prevent an active politician from entering their office. They're pretend searching his office just to give him a bad look. I don't know about that. If you have an article on that, we can. Oh yeah, they do say perquisition. So yeah, it was they were actually. Yeah, they were actually searching. Yeah, the police was actually searching his office. The perquisition is a search, and au siège du parti La France Insoumise. So they were searching his office at his party's headquarters in Paris. La République, c'est moi. Anyways, regardless of the fact that there is a context to him saying that, it has been weaponized to smear him, and it's worked. The image that people have of him. I'm saying that I said this as an example, but the image that people have in France of Melenchon is very often of I like a lot of his ideas, but I don't like the person. I would vote for his party, but I wouldn't vote for him. That is something that you can hear very often when talking with left-leaning French people who obviously aren't, pro Mélenchon. All this to say, I have found no indication that Mélenchon passing in the runoffs in 2022, that he had any credible chances of defeating Macron. I'm sorry. I tried to find actual polls. Unfortunately, his scores, because his scores were so far behind Marine Le Pen, no serious polling agency actually studied the situation of a runoff between Macron and Mélenchon, the same way they did in 2017, where there is an actual Sofres poll about the runoff. So we don't. I can't say this with certainty.